How about something like you sit down, you hit some storms,
Well, that
and
was when we were coming back. We went around the world. I don't know what year it was now. It was in the 60s. But we went out of Norfolk, and then we went to over Europe in that area
hmm
and around. And we went to, we stopped at Australia, Sydney, Australia. That was something to see because it's like a river going into that place. And I'm thinking, are we displacing too much water, and are we going to hit bottom? But they had that already figured out.
uh-huh.
You know, they wouldn't have went in if they thought they were going to scrape. But there were it was amazing. There's cliffs on both sides of that canal going into Sydney, Australia, and there was people. From the time we hit where the people were till we stopped, it was people. They said there were 250 some thousand people on each side of the cliff. They all wanted to see the Enterprise because during when the Japanese and stuff were in different
Yeah.
countries,
Yeah.
the United States was the only country that stopped the Japanese from coming into Australia.
hmm
So they never got into Australia. They were heading that way, but they never did because the United States stopped that. So they were great people.
hmm
They wanted to shake your hand and all that stuff.
That was only like that was only 17 years before that. It wasn't that
Yeah.
long after.
Yeah.
So you left there,
Right.
and then
And then we went north. It's I can't remember a lot of the places we saw. We'd stop about maybe every week or two or so like that at different countries,
hmm
and then we went around by South America. We stopped at Rio. That was in South America, and just different places. And then on our way back, uh, we had to go around South America, and then that's where the Atlantic meets the Pacific.
hmm
And we had another ship with us all the time, which we also had a sub with us all the time. But I was on there for 2 years, and I never saw the sub. They were always with us, but it never surfaced.
Okay.
The only time I ever remember, I was in deck force at the time. We were taken or given fuel. We were atomic, so we didn't need fuel any time. We could run forever, and it would keep the thing going. But the ship came alongside of us, and our whole side of the ship was actually a fuel tank to fuel the ships that were with us, which was usually one or two, is all it was. And it was nighttime. I happened to be in deck force at the time, and I was out there where we were running this hose and stuff across to the other ship. They would shoot a line, and then they would pull rope, and then they would pull the hose over to the other ship and then hook it up, and then we'd pump oil over to them. Black oil, it was called, like tar. They had to heat it to make it burn for the fuel. But anyway, all of a sudden, I just happened to be looking across to the other ship, and all of a sudden, a flare went off right up between both us and the other ship. And it was about, I'd say, maybe 50 to 100 feet away from us, and we're both cruising along about 12 knots. And here it was, our submarine shot a flare up and said, "We got you. We just put a hole in you." This was all practice.
Practice.
But the captain, he went wild because there's people that are there on the lower deck. We're supposed to be watching for anything under the water or around us. And they never picked up the submarine. And that told us we just took a
Hit.
torpedo into the side of the ship. It was a practice thing.
Wow.
He was upset.
Let me
They
start.
really got the deck force a hard time then.